Naruto chapter 678 came out today, and I like the chapter. It's just one part that I hated because it kind of messed up the chapter for me, and that was the whole dream thing. All the little dream sequences that they showed them in like the most positive light ever, and I'm like, you can't do that if it's supposed to be like something like inherently evil or even like looked at as wicked. Because the whole time it's just like this is false happiness and this is bad and this is an illusion type of thing, and it's like, but you painted it in like the happiest way ever. Like the way it was done in Code Geass, for example, back here, was like in Code Geass when Lelouch finally confronted his father and his mother and all that shit, and they was like, yeah, we were gonna like stop the march of time, and everyone would be happy because we were gonna put these memories of happiness in their heads. And both Suzaku and Lelouch were like, your intent might be good, but your fucking actions are evil because you're gonna force everyone to do this. It's not gonna be a choice. And you never show, I mean, and the show never showed like any happiness. Even Suzaku himself was like, yeah. At the end of the day, Yuffie never said that Lelouch was Zero, and she knew that. She knew that her brother was Zero, and she still lied to protect that, you know, semblance of a memory that she had. So she wanted that memory of her brother. You know what I'm saying? So if you place false memories into someone's head, then their whole character and integrity and everything that they stood for and their ideals and their beliefs are gone and replaced with this fantasy that you have incorporated in their heads. And that's how it was, you know, portrayed in Code Geass. And I was just kind of like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. But then when you see it in Naruto, it's just kind of like, yeah, everything's better in this world. Kiba's the Hokage. Hinata has Naruto. Fucking Ino is, you know, she's being, you know, approached by two guys, which is Sasuke and Sai, who I totally forgot about, you know, up until this point. The Mizukage is getting married to some guy. Tsunade still has Dan, and Iwaki's alive, and Jiraiya's alive, and I'm sorry, Shino found a new species of bug, and it's just like, yeah, but you can't do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, it's supposed to be portrayed in the most negative light, so why are you showing it in the most positive of lights? That's weird to me, and that part annoyed the shit out of me in this chapter. But like I said, I liked this chapter. I thought this chapter was pretty decent, but that part pissed me off because there was no point to showing that dreamscape thing, because you know that whole angle is going to be used like a motherfucker, you know, with when it comes to filler in anime, which I have not watched in like 2 years, but like it's going to be used highly as filler. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing with the Zetsu, you know, stabbing Madara and proclaiming to be the embodiment of Kaguya, I thought that was awesome. You know, I thought it was kind of cool. It's just like, yeah, that's, you know, we gonna see Kaguya back into the fucking scene again. But at the same time, I don't know if I like that at the cost of getting rid of Madara, because Madara this whole time was being painted and portrayed as the major antagonist. So to have someone else come in who was like, no, I am the major antagonist, it's kind of assholish on Kishimoto's part, because like you keep spamming us with these people. It's like Nagato, villain. No, I'm a good guy, technically. Then it's like Obito. First of all, it was like Obito at the time was thought to be Mamoru Uchiha. That was a lie. Then it was like Obito is a bad guy. Not really. He's just a misguided kid who got everything fucked up over a bitch. Over a girl, I'm sorry. And then he's not really a bad guy. And then it's like Madara is doing all this type of shit, but he's proclaiming peace and he's making everyone's lives happy. So it's like, is he really a bad guy? And then Kaguya's like, no, I'm the major antagonist. This was my will, not yours, mine. So it's like everyone is a puppet in this fucking world. Everyone is being used by someone in the past. And it's like, I understand the whole motif of that, you know, past sins carry on and the next generation and all that bullshit. But Kaguya, the original woman, like, goddamn, like, that's a lot of fucking generations down the line that this new generation has to pay for. Like, that's some bullshit, actually. So I just wish they would stick with one antagonist. You know what I'm saying? Just like one central antagonist. That would be like right now in Bleach, with Juhabak being the central antagonist. If out of nowhere, it was like, no, Ukitake is the central antagonist. Like, what the fuck? Why? Where did that come from? But like I said though, I gotta keep reiterating this for the Naruto, so you're gonna hate on this. I liked this chapter. I just thought that the dream part was bullshit. Tell me what you thought about that. Tell me what you think about the whole dream world, the dreamscape, everything else that happened in this chapter. What do you think is gonna happen next? Bash and Stampede, signing us.